Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be comparing two separate Lego sets that I have. They're both 3-in-1, and it is the Playful Puppy, which has 336 pieces, to the Playful Kitten, or Cat, which has 407 pieces. They're relatively the same size. The cat probably has more smoother elements. We're going to take a close look here in a second. And the cat also has more side builds than the dog does. But a big factor in this that I just discovered, the cat, even though it has a lot more pieces than the puppy, is cheaper than the puppy. So the puppy, 336 pieces on Lego right now is $30, $29.99, whereas the kitten is $25, $24.99, and has 407 pieces. Oh, anyway, big price difference. So right there, that kind of tells you the cat is probably a better deal. But we're going to take a look at both of them, and we're going to try and put the piece count and the price aside and just look at the builds themselves. The cat did come out first, so maybe they updated, made it look better with the dog. We will see. So let's take a little bit of a closer look. So first off, we have the side builds. Dog comes with these two side builds, water dish and doggy bone. Cat comes with 3 side builds, food dish, ball of yarn, and a mouse toy. First off, the dog water bowl is plate with brick with tile on top, tile and plate clear tiles inside for water. Dog bone is a bunch of plate, tiles, and a clip so you can put it in the dog's mouth. Whereas cat has loose kibble pieces. Not a big fan of loose kibble pieces. Those are also supposed to be loose, but I stuck them down because I wanted to. And it is a giant plate with these like curved slope pieces to hold in the cat kibble. We have a little blue mouse toy, which is like not bricked on all sides, so it's nice and smoothed off with the pink nose, these ears, and a Lego minifigure whip as the tail. A very good representation of a actual cat toy that I have seen. So then we have a little ball of yarn, little orange ball of yarn. So it's literally a ball with smooth tiles on all sides, and then a piece of yarn sticking out the side that can go into all angles thanks to I call them like basically macaroni noodles. They're the right angle corner pieces, and they just go in all different directions. So the cat does have one extra item, but of course it has more pieces. Dog and cat are about the same height. The cat's probably a little bit taller head-wise, but body-wise they are basically the same height. As you can see, they are very close in body shape. They actually have the same little divot up, kind of. The cat, I will say, has more smooth edges. Let me zoom out just a little bit here, so you can see. The cat has more smooth tile pieces actually put on the hip back here. Whereas the dog just has this one big tile piece. The cat also has the big huge tail, whereas the dog has a little bitty tail, which is basically normal. Cats usually have big fluffy ones, and unless you have a German Shepherd or a Husky, your dog's tail is probably kind of small, which this dog is supposed to represent a Basset Hound, if I remember correctly. And then we do have rather small feet for the cat, as you can see. They do go in all directions because they're on a ball joint. Dog's is bigger, but it just turns sideways. True to actual dogs and cats though, the dog's paws are usually always bigger than cats' ones, so that's like true to it. The dog one doesn't have studs on the sides, whereas this cat one does have a stud kind of peeking out down here on the side. Dog one is made so that it will sit like this, and because it's wanting them to be able to sit like this, these back legs can go like this and basically all kind of directions. It's on a ball joint. It's just limited a little bit by this, but not very much because it sticks so far out. Whereas the cat does not. The cat is literally just turned back and forth, so not as big of a range of motion as the dog is. The cat seems very thin and flat. Move its head. You can see right there, it's very thin and flat looking, besides its big hips where its legs are. The dog has the big hips where the legs are, and is also rather thin, but it has the smooth tiles on the side to make it look like it has more of a stomach, but then it goes rather quickly back down because this leg needs to be able to move, so they don't give it very much of a one. Maybe they should have just stuck with how the cat's kind of was, which cats are smaller, so I guess they're saying everything's a little bit smaller. The front leg of the cat, though, is made to go in all the directions that the back leg of the dog one does. It is attached by a ball joint connection, and then has these little smooth tile pieces kind of around it. It doesn't actually hide the connection point. That is a little bit weird to me. They could be closer maybe to this. Of course, if it was closer, then it probably wouldn't be able to angle in so many directions, but it is kind of weird. There's a random gap when the cat is standing between the leg and the shoulder, basically. Whereas for the dog, the front is made to just go back and forth. So basically they switch the style of legs. So the back legs on this one are able to move in all directions, while the front, it just goes up and down, whereas the cat, it's the opposite. So as for the front of the chest and stomach, it's basically the same kind of this little chest piece, besides the fact the dog has a collar in the way. The cat does not have a collar. The stomach is kind of the same a little bit. The cat's goes up higher than the dog's does, because the cat has more legs than the dog one does, it looks like. Now, as for the back of the heads, the cat one is a lot better. It's smoothed off because the ears are built, they're snot bricked. I just don't remember how, because it's been forever since I've built this. But they're snot bricked in, so it's smooth on all sides. Whereas the dog one, which I built not that long ago, or my dad did, is built onto a plate, so the back has the holes of it, and then there's also this back stud piece. The rest is smooth. I feel like the connection point for the cat's head is hit a lot better. It's actually at the bottom of the head here, whereas the dog's is right there in plain sight and kind of takes away a little bit, but as you can see, the cat's is up underneath there, so it gives it full range of motion, but it's hidden up in there. The dog's also has full range of motion, probably more so than the cat, but when he's just looking down like this and you see the back of him, it's just a little creepy. The front of the face, I will give the dog credit here. The dog has moving parts that the cat does not. So the cat cannot open its mouth like the dog can. But the cat has whiskers, which is a nice touch. They never gave the big cat's whiskers, which I still need to do a review on the big cats. We have printed eyes for both. One is a dome kind of printed piece, whereas one is a flat plate. We do have the presence of a tongue on the cat, but you can't open it to see it. There's no real expression with the cat except for like maybe taking the plate off and moving its eye. Whoops, I just dropped it on the floor. You want to move his eye, make him cross-eyed. Do it like this maybe. Yeah. You can give it goofy faces, but other than that, there's no real like way to change the cat's expression. Whereas the dog is able to open its mouth, able to move its eyebrows up here to give it different kinds of expressions. So, looking at these two, they do a good job of representing what they are on their own. They are very well representing a basset hound here. Very cute little basset hound puppy with all the expressions and everything. Only thing I don't like about it is its neck, really, and don't much care for the stomach, but I don't really care for the stomach representation of the cat either, or the front shoulders. The smoothness of the head, the back legs, all that, kind of better than the dog. I definitely like the connection point of the head on the cat a lot better. It's neat that we got more pieces and more like side builds to go with the cat, even at a cheaper price than the dog, which still kind of baffles my mind a little bit. The only thing you can do to kind of change the cat's expression, I just remembered this, is move the ears. So you can kind of cock one ear to the side, pop them both up, push them both down. It's about the only expression you can give the poor cat. They both do a great job. They both stand. You can put them in separate poses. The dog was actually posed sitting down with his dog bone in his mouth at my mom's job. She brought him home so I could do this review. Whereas the cat has can't actually really do anything with any of its side builds. That is kind of sad. There's no way to connect a toy to its mouth or connect the, I don't know, the ball of yarn to its foot, make it look like it's playing with it or moving it. So there's no way to connect those to it. So unless you're playing with it, the side builds are kind of useless. But this has just been sitting basically like this on my counter with the side builds next to it. They're both great in their own little ways. I do think they're both very cute. We got a playful kitten and a playful puppy together. I like them for what they are, of being 3-in-1, supposed to be played with sets. I do think I am drawn to the big, tuxedo cat or orange cat. But these are very cute, and now you can kind of see maybe which one you want, or if you want both. But just know, cat has more pieces for a cheaper price for some reason. Still don't really know why. That's all for today. They're both very cute little creatures that you can get 3-in-1 lately. Has been doing a lot of different kinds of animals. There's even bigger animals. More for the Lego ideas and creator stuff. So I do enjoy the big Lego Ideas cat. Probably better than this one, but it is a cute little kitten. Do enjoy it. And the dog is very cute for what he is. I don't have a big Ideas or Disney dog to compare this to, so I can't really say. But for representing a basset hound, being a cute little puppy, it does do a great job. And I of course love cats, so the cat has been with my cats on the shelf being displayed. I do enjoy both of these. I did not build him, so I can't really say how well his build experience was compared to the cat. I did enjoy the cat build experience. Just, these are made to be played with. They have ball joints. They are made for little children to toss around and play. So they're not made for displaying like I am, so that's why some of the things I don't really care for, such as neck on this guy, stomach on this one, which don't really care for the stomach too much on this one, but I do think this one's better than the cat. But they have the idea of the angles correctly, and the printed eyes are a very nice touch. So I do enjoy these sets. Just wanted to give you a short little comparison between dog and cat. Obviously, I'm a cat person. I do enjoy dogs. Dogs are adorable, cute. I've had a dog. Just for some reason, I've always had cats more than dogs. I do love dogs though. Certain dogs. I have some dogs around my neighborhood right now that I do not enjoy because they bark at all hours of the night and have killed a couple of my cats. So do not enjoy some dogs. But I do love dogs. Let me know in the comments whether you are more of a cat person or more of a dog person. Technically, all of my friends and people say I am more of a cat person, and I agree with that, but I do also really love dogs. There are some dogs right now in my neighborhood, as I said, that I don't care for. But I do love dogs. I've had dogs most of my life until I went into college. So I do love dogs and cats. But I hope you all enjoyed. Go build some Lego and let God. Bye everybody!